Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Houston Texans. Josh Lambeau set to go, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. Pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. These two teams, they met in Houston earlier in the season with the Texans coming out on top. So a win here in Jacksonville would give them the season series. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Watson off play action. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't it?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Watson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, Watson. Flushed out right. Taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson on the move to his left. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Steps away to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Watson. Now he's flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. For these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. This, the second meeting between these two division rivals. You might recall they met earlier in the year. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the counter, Etienne. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough, and I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
They go play action with Lawrence. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Here's Lawrence. There's Manhurts, the tight end. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. A gain of 6 there on 1st. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
Oh, no doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. We got it.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 9. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Lawrence will throw. Flush to his right. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football. No doubt they were hoping for 7 points out of this drive, CD. The good news, they could at least salvage 3 because that ball went bouncing out of bounds.
Yeah, how about the bounce that they got? They kept them in field goal range. You're exactly right. They get a chance to get 3 points out of it and not cost themselves.
And Lambo will put this one through, and that'll do it for the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. Each team with a possession, each team with a field goal as the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
From the gun on third, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, You have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Reset. 19.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Reset. 19.
From the 45 on second down, Watson. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Watson a give. This is Johnson. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 17. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Shrugs the tackle. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam, and he found it.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
I got you. Any weapon. Switch.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal Get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Lawrence. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. He's got his man. It's the tight end, Brevin Jordan. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business,
He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Here we go with Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Watson, he fakes to Johnson and now looks to throw. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Calling a gain of 5, 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Final play of the half. It's Lawrence. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 43 is the mark.
Now Lawrence. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
43 is the mark. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what
Put
you
your
do
foot on
best.
the gas.
Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Where's the set?
On 3rd down, Johnson.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll try the air now with Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 106 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Reset. 19. Come on, come on. Jump.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Dwayne Smoot showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Watson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Watson on first down. It's caught. It's Miller.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, I guess that's one way to slow him down, try to grab him by the face mask.
Well, nothing else seems to have worked, because he certainly had his way running the football in this one.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. And he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly. Intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
Well, I think after that run, the defense get back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Check 99, check 99. X3, 218, jump. Hey, exit.
From the 27, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They find some open field here. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, Lawrence. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
There he goes, left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Chris Conley taking it goal line to goal line, 100 yards. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Robinson now off the option, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Second and 16.
Hey, seam 6.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, it's Lawrence. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And some room to work. And he's got this down to the 35. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. 64 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
And that's a pleasing run there by Travis Etienne, and every time I see him carry it, I think of the word mature. Why? 4 full seasons at Clemson, not something you normally get with a running back. Had almost 5,000 yards rushing, the school record, along with 70 rushing touchdowns. That's both the school record and ACC record. The second running back taken in the draft after Najee Harris from Alabama, number 25 overall. He's now wearing number 1 in the NFL after wearing number 9 at Clemson. He loves those single digits.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. ETN. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Again, it's Johnson. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He's going to field this at the 4. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 38, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. They juked him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Hey, nice 7. 57, Mike, 57. Here we go. 57's the Mike, Mark 57.
Now Lawrence on first down. Throw right side of the tight end is Shaughnessy. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. On first down, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. Not much there, only a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Go! 70, Indy. Pilot, 64, weak. 41's the Mike. Let's go, tackle, we got this. Hey, Haywood. Stop.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. And this, incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers to get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
But to throw again is Lawrence. Over the middle, Dorsett. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 20-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On first and 10, it's Etienne. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 84 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they block well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Lawrence. And that's complete to Etienne out of the backfield. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. On second and goal, Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because Every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They go to Johnson again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain down to about the 33. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Down to an goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
Fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin. And
bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Houston, the win gets them to 5-9 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.